WRSR, Owasso, Flint. The following program has been pre-recorded and is paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc. Welcome to Discover Flint Township, a program showcasing our local community. Flint Township is ready for your next move. And now, your host, Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, Tracy Tucker.
I'm Tracy Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. We're wide awake and ready for your next move. All right, today we shine our guaranteed rate business spotlight on Signs by Crannie. We have Dan Crannie from Signs by Crannie here today. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everyone what you do at Signs by Crannie?
I'm Dan Crannie, founder of Signs by Crannie. And, we're a local-based sign manufacturer, and we manufacture signs for all over the Midwest and beyond, actually. We have signs in Venezuela, Portugal, Brazil, Russia,
wow.
Germany.
That is so cool. You told me that once before, and I was like, that must be really amazing to know that something you created is in this far-off land, right? It's really cool. I'm going off script, our outline, so he's like, oh my God, she's asking me weird questions. Did you actually go down to Venezuela to install it, or no?
We did not. We had a customer that had a program that they needed signs all around the world, and so we had to develop a system that they could have a local installer put up. So we designed it with for an easy install and directions how to do it. And
you have to give them the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. and the thing is, we had to do it in other languages. I didn't even think about that. We had to depend on translators through the company to so that we could translate the directions and even the spelling on the signs had to be in other languages.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was
And did
crazy.
that affect your design, too? Because, I mean, the size of the word might change and
It did, but we designed the sign with that in mind.
Obviously,
that we could adjust as needed per country.
That's pretty cool. Wow, that brought up a lot of things in my mind. Like, does a hex bolt translate? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's why we had to make it really simple.
I guess, yeah. So I got way off track there, but that's okay. So you do stuff for all over the world, which is amazing. And now you've been in Flint Township quite a while. You used to be here, you left, you came back. We're so glad you're here. We love having you here. But how long have you actually been in business? What year did you start?
85. So
85.
We just celebrated, 36 years.
Wow. That's amazing. And now, when did you move on to Marketplace? How long ago was that?
April of 2015. So 6 years ago. Almost exactly.
Yeah, so if you drive on I-69 or if you're on Bristol Road by the airport, they see your big tower on your building that says Signs by Crannie, which is really cool. That shows up really nice. He's a sign guy. He knows how to make it look good. So now you also have other locations besides just the one in Flint Township. Is that true?
Yeah, we have a second location in Fort Myers, Florida. And
you just wanted to be a snowbird.
I used to go down there on vacation with my daughters for spring break, and there was just this huge void. Nobody would. As I talked to other business owners as we're on the beach, they said nobody would show up. They would call people and they wouldn't show up. I'm like, well, if all you got to do is show up, I can make money in that market, And so,
yeah, no kidding. I think I can do that.
It took right off.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, that's really cool. And then, but you're involved personally in the industry, right? I mean, not just in your
Yes.
company. You are part of is it the National Sign Association and the International Sign Association? What is that?
I'm the immediate past president of the Midwest Sign Association, which covers 6 states. And so I served on their board and right through the president and past president. And I'm just finished my last duties as past president. But we're also members of the International Sign Association and the World Sign Associates.
Yeah.
So we have a network of companies that the elite sign companies all over North America.
Yeah, and it's not easy to become members of those associations. I mean, there's you have to meet some criteria, right? It's not like, oh, hey, Tracy, you made a sign, you can be part of our organization. It's very prestigious that you're part of these, is what I'm saying. yeah,
especially the World Sign Associates. There's only 3 companies in Michigan that qualified.
Wow.
And we're one of them. And, they audit you. You have to have statements from building departments in your community, your work areas. So, it's pretty extensive.
Yeah, that's amazing. But also because you're a part of these, you're privy to some of the trends that are happening not only here but throughout the world and what's coming our way. So what are some of the challenges you're seeing facing the industry today? Some
of the industry challenges are like permits. There's a lot of communities that the building departments and the city offices aren't even open. Or they're working remotely. It used to take 4 or 5 weeks to get a permit in Detroit. Now it's 3-4 months.
Oh my gosh.
In cities, like just local communities, that used to be a couple weeks are 4 or 5 weeks.
Wow.
So people, if they're not really planning ahead, they're not giving us enough time to get permits before we can even build the sign.
Like me. I need a sign next week, Dan. Can you get that done for me?
We hear that a lot.
Oops. But there's also, not only from the COVID aspect, but also with the changing landscape of business, that probably affects your company a lot.
Oh, it
with
does,
the changing with there's a change from brick and mortar to internet and things like that. So how has that affected your business landscape?
Well, it's definitely affected what our client looks like now, because there some businesses that were frequent buyers are closing now. So unfortunately, we're taking down signs. But there's always change. Miller Road shows that there's always something leaving and something replacing it. So it seems solid for us for work, but the customer has changed, a lot.
And the type of thing, now, do you do like the skins for like food trucks and stuff like that?
We do, we do big wraps and everything from NASCAR to little Volkswagen Beetles. People are wrapping all kinds of vehicles.
That is so funny.
Yeah,
I love it when I see those little cars with some type of wrap on them, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, also, you can probably overcome these challenges by doing good work, which is normally the big one, price. But you do a lot of the designing, right? Not everybody's coming to you with what they want done. You do good design work, right?
Oh, yeah. And being from the design field myself, I think that's one of the things that made our company stand out over the years, is because we put so much effort in design, and we're, my designers are top notch. They do fantastic work, and once people, sometimes they want something simple, but once they've seen really cool, it's hard to go back to simple,
right?
And so we just do really cool design, and I think over the years that attitude has elevated design all over mid-Michigan, because people want cool.
Right. And it's changed from what cool is. I mean, years ago, the neon was a big thing. And then a lot more with the digital. Now it seems like using natural looking products or natural products combined with natural looking products to where it's more of a landscape look than a sign look, right?
Exactly.
But it's still a sign.
The creativity is, unlimited. And so we design stuff with a lot of those natural components, stone and some of the synthetics, different composite woods, like the decking material and stuff, makes great incorporated into a sign design,
Oh, yeah. I'll tell my husband, take that Ultra Deck stuff and build a sign. No, just kidding. I have one of the things I want to talk to you about, too, is digital. So a lot of things are changing. We have this never-ending need of gratification, like instant. And I think a lot of the digital is that where people are getting their information, boom, boom, boom. Is that true, or how's that working?
Absolutely. And we're seeing that everything from schools to churches, restaurants, especially through COVID. People wanted to communicate quicker with their audience, their customer, that they were open for indoor, outdoor, drive-through. So that has really elevated, the need for instant messaging. And when you think about our society today, everybody you see walking around, they're looking at some sort of digital tablet or phone or something. And,
they've always got something.
And so if you're not communicating like your average church, Grandpa's church, if they're not talking digitally to their potential audience, they're not listening.
Right.
So if you just have an old sign that you're sticking letters on, they're not reading that.
Right.
But you put a message center out there, now they're listening. Now you're talking their language. And,
yes.
It's huge.
And when you do that, you can have your message running 24/7, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And so that TV commercial you used to put on the radio or TV or in the newspaper, when you think about those mediums, they've changed so much. Now your sign is your commercial. 24/7 in front of your business, and you're not competing with every other commercial or every other channel or satellite radio.
Right.
Your message is right in front of your customer.
Yeah. So how can people find out more about Signs by Crannie?
Well, you can go to our website at signsbycrannie.com. Our Facebook page, also Signs by Crannie. You can call in. We can send somebody out to talk about your signage needs, or stop into the office. We do tours all the time.
It is really a cool building, too. So if you do get a chance to stop by, it's a good idea.
We've tried to make it a show place where you can come and, if you're having a sign made, you can come see it made, check the progress, So we're one of the few companies that still manufactures in-house, and we actually manufacture for other sign companies around the Midwest that don't have the capabilities we have. We've got some of the best craftsmen in the business.
I know you do. And, I want to thank Dan for coming in, but I want to remind our listeners, visit us at Facebook at Flint Township Events, our YouTube channel, Discover Flint Township, our website, our webpage, discoverflinttownship.com, our other website, flinttownship.org. And I want to thank our guests, Teresa and Dan. And I will do a video of Signs by Crannie that we'll have up on YouTube so that everybody can see what an amazing building and the signs he has there. And inside, he has some old signs from around the community that you'll recognize. And I will take pictures of those. He might not want me to, but I am going to. Anyway, so I want to thank our partners, HAP, Shea Automotive Group, Financial Plus Credit Union, Guaranteed Rate, and 103.9 The Fox. You can listen to us next week, and we'll have Bridget from HAP and Sandy from the Popcorn Wagon. This is Tracy Tucker, the Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, and I would like to remind everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, shop local, buy local, and discover Flint Township. See you later.
This has been Discover Flint Township with Tracy Tucker. For more information, visit discoverflinttownship.com. Flint Township is ready for your next move. The preceding program was pre-recorded and was paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc.